Hello world and welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina. Today's quest is going to bring us to the Charlotte Douglas Airport. It's right over here somewhere. And we're going to take a plane trip on the Spirit Airlines from CLT to Orlando, Florida, MCO. So I'm going to take you along with me. We're going to go into the Charlotte Douglas Airport and kind of look at that, see what it's like. Kind of give you some tips and tricks, and then we're going to get on that airplane. I'm going to show you what the airplane's like. And yeah, we're just going to have ourselves a good time. So let's go on and have some fun. So we are in the parking lot right now, and today's fee, it said it was $10 a day to park here. We're going to be gone for about 3 or 4 days. So we parked here in the parking lot. We're going to have to take these shuttles. If you see that little enclosure right there, that is the bus stop. So it is raining right now, but once we make it to one of those enclosures, we won't be getting wet. So they do have little roofs on them to keep you dry. And here's a better look at the bus and the little bus stop area with the enclosure. My wife is wanting to get on that bus. Oh, looks like we're going to make it. All right, we made it on the bus. These are the luggage racks that you're supposed to put your luggage on, and these are the seats. I don't want to film up front because people's up there. But this is what it looks like. Here's the new terminal being built for CLT. There goes our bus. We were dropped off right here where you enter in to go to the terminal. All right, we are inside the airport now. Right there's the info center. I guess this is where you claim your luggage, pick it up. But we're gonna head down. Oh, there's a snack machine right there. It's got some drinks and chips and things in it. We're gonna head down here and get checked and go ahead and get in there. Little coffee snack shop right here, and then they also have Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory right next to it. We're gonna have to head up to departures through this elevator. As soon as you get off the elevator, the Spirit section is like right in front of you. And right here is where you check your bags. You can slide your bag down in these little cubbies here. Let me show you. And that's how big it should be. If it's any bigger than that, they might charge you. That didn't happen to me on another airline. They didn't really check the size, but yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Over here is where you weigh your bag, and apparently over 40 pounds is an additional charge. But we're just going for the weekend, which makes Spirit much better in my opinion, because you don't have to pack a huge bag. You can just do a little backpack, roll your clothes up, and not have to pay extra for those things. See, Spirit and a lot of these bargain airlines, they usually say that you get nickel and dimed for little things. But if you watch what you do and plan it accordingly, you don't have to get those little additional charges. You can fly on these airlines for super cheap. Now, we've been through security. That was very not stressful. And there's a shoe shine right there. We're gonna head this way. Got some drink stuff here. Jamba Juice, No Boundaries, another Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. We're gonna head this way to our terminal and wait on our airplane. We're about 2 hours ahead of time, which is about how long you're supposed to be. So in case it's early or whatnot, or maybe you hit traffic. And here's that Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. Look, they got candy apples. Oh man, that looks good. Look at this right here, almond apple. Rocky Road apple. They have like different fudges and things like that. This stuff looks so good, but I'm trying to lose some weight, so I'm probably not gonna be eating anything like this. I'd like to find me a coffee though, that would be nice. And like I mentioned, security was not stressful at all. They actually gave my daughter one of these stickers right here. She's a junior officer for TSA now. There's a CNBC Smart Shop here. Let's go in here and see what they have. See a lot of snacks right here and a lot of drinks back there. Lots of snacks. And it looks like they have 25% off North Carolina gear because we're in Charlotte, North Carolina. Imagine that. Now we're in like a big room right before you get into the terminals. They got a Dunkin' Donuts, a Tequileria. Tequileria. That's a cool word to say, right? Tequileria. Over here we got Auntie Anne's, Jersey Mike's, Burger King, and Papa John's in this little food court area. They have one of those like moving walkways that you see at Universal Orlando, so we're gonna ride on that just for funsies. Whee! This is so much fun. Some American Airlines airplanes out here. We're not riding those. We're gonna be on Spirit today because it is super cheap for a weekend trip. Because on a weekend trip, you don't have to bring luggage, you don't get hit for those fees, and you know, on a short trip, you don't have to buy food and snacks and things. So this total airplane trip to Florida was $25, and the trip back from Florida was $25. And we had to pay a fee of, I think, around $30 to be able to sit together. So this entire plane trip is about $60 to $80 a person, round trip. You can't beat that for a weekend trip, right? Shoot, they even have barbecue and Chick-fil-A and a Cinnabon over there. They also have a bar over here too. And we're gonna head on over to Gate A. I found a Starbucks, but I think they have another Starbucks near where our gate is, so I'm gonna hold off on that for now on getting a coffee. Maybe get one a little bit later.
They tell you to get here in 2 hours because it takes you 2 hours to get to your gate.
Yeah, we're still walking. It's a pretty big place. Here's some fancy-pantsy place called the Club CLT. I don't think I'm fancy enough to go in there. We made it over here towards the actual gates in Gate A area. And they have a bar set up here and a Panera Bread. Now, I know I'm not going to be able to cover absolutely everything in this airport, but I did want to show you all a map and a list of the shops and the foods. So if you want to pause the video now and look through this, this is the current shops and foods that they have here. I can tell there's no shortage of food, and it seems like the lines are shorter when you get closer to the gate. Right here we got a smash burger. I love myself a smash burger. I make them all the time on my Blackstone. Here's our gate, A29. On the board here, you can see that we're gonna be flight number 1703 headed to Orlando for Disney World. We're going to Magic Kingdom. Terminal A didn't have anywhere to buy coffee, so I had to walk back. Well, I mean, I take that back. They had a Panera if you like coffee from there, but the line was long, so I didn't want to wait there. So I walked back to Starbucks and got me this caramel crunch frappe here. It's looking mighty good. But yeah, I had to walk back a little bit. There's been a lot of walking this trip, but I can't really complain too much because it's good exercise. And you mean, you need to exercise when you drink stuff like this. Our plane looks like it was just delayed for about an hour, so now we're leaving at around 12:25. Good times. There's our plane. It just pulled up, and for whatever reason, it was delayed an hour. So now instead of leaving at 11:30, we're leaving out of here at 12:25. But you know, no big deal. We thought we were going to be waiting a little bit because the sign up there says 12:20, but they have started boarding now, so we're going to wait for our turn and get on the plane. All right, here we go. It is our turn. Zone number 3 was called. If you don't know, they call them out in zones so there's not like a mad rush to get onto the plane. And we were zone 3, and that's what was called. So we're getting ready to board our airplane. All right, there's the big old door that they got to shut and latch. Here we go, touch the outside. Touch the outside. Oh.
Hi, Princess. How are you? Good?
Here's where the luggage goes. Here's the seats.
Underneath the seat in front of you.
Not bad for $50 round trip, right?
Irons may not be so functions on the front of the car.
It is a little cramped, but for only like an hour-long flight, I'll make it. It's fine. I mean, the price is low, so I got a little leg room here. I'll get the seat in front of me. I got a bag packed down underneath there. Got a little tray. Not bad. This is an Airbus 320, and you don't get free snacks on this because it is a budget airline. Here's a menu. Let's take a look at that. Take a look at it. It's a 3-fold. You can pause it and look at the prices. down to Florida. We went from North Carolina to Florida in about an hour. And I gotta say, it wasn't a bad trip at all. Like, Spirit is a budget airline, you know. The seats aren't gonna be world-class seats, but they were comfortable. Don't get the free food, don't get the free snacks. You have to pay for those. But it was only an hour trip, so who cares? I don't need a snack. Well, things escalated quickly here. I mean, holy cow, MCO is slammed right now. Barely get through when we got off the plane. So hopefully we'll get out of this crowd a little bit. And we're gonna go catch that, the new bus. I can't remember the name. I'm gonna have to ask my wife and tell you what that name is. But it's like the New Magical Express. It's not the Magical Express, but some other name that I don't know. If you don't know, this carpet is practically famous, right? Like, it's iconic for Orlando. There's your good shot. We made it. Feels good to be in Florida. It's 92 degrees. You know what I think is crazy? They actually have a Lego vending machine here. What kind of layovers do they have? I always like to see how different these airports are, and this is what MCO looks like. Look up there. So there's lots of places to eat here. There's Burger King, Cold Stone, and all that stuff. But right here's what makes it a little bit special. You got to walk into there, and you take like a monorail over to another section of the airport. So it's so big, it needs a monorail. This is weird. Do you remember being in CLT and there being a club CLT? Here's a club MCO. Is it like, how are airports done? Is it like all the same group of people? Oh, there's like a massage place. All right, we're gonna ride that monorail like I told you about over to another building and catch that bus that I can't remember the name of. Hey, what is the name of that bus?
The Sunshine Flyer?
Sunshine Flyer. That's it. All right, we're on the monorail here. Let's go over to that main building.
If you're a resident, welcome home. You're one of our nearly 70 million visitors. Welcome to the city. Here, imagination becomes reality at the theme park.
Talk about airports not being the same. Right here we got a huge Disney store. I miss these back in Concord Mills Mall when they had the little mall stores. It looked a lot like this. And I miss that. Why do they take those away? Darn it, Bob Chapek. Now my wife said that the Sunshine Flyer is gonna pick us up at Terminal B here. We gotta go down to level 1. We're on level 3, so we gotta figure that out. But currently that's where the Sunshine Flyer is. And we have made it all the way from Charlotte to where we get picked up on the Sunshine Flyer. I think I'm gonna do a separate video for that. So I am gonna end the video now. I hope you all had a good time traveling with me on my experience from CLT, Charlotte, North Carolina, all the way down to Orlando, Florida to MCO. I had a good time. I thought Spirit Airlines was fine. I'll definitely do it again next time I'm taking a weekend trip. And yeah, there you go. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching and thanks for playing. Bye.